To the panel. This is either a story, real questions about Clarence Thomas, and then there's real questions about sort of the Supreme Court policing itself, and where do you go from here?
Well, acting, whether it's illegal is one thing, whether it's inappropriate or stinks really badly from a perception and reality standpoint, there are big differences. But as the only lawyer on this panel, and I've been a member of the bar for several years, I must say that this isn't a Clarence Thomas problem. I'd like to make it that, but it really isn't. It's about justices and lifetime appointees acting badly or creating an impression that ethics don't matter. And at the highest court, ethics have to matter because they're passing laws on not just ethics, but interpreting laws at the state level and big political issues, and it ought to matter to them. So if the Supreme Court is going to self-govern themselves, then they need to create a code of conduct that has some enforceability to it, whether it's legislative or otherwise. But the powerful have to review the powerful. That's dangerous because it's not foolproof, but something's got to be done because the reputation of the court is at stake here.
I'm surprised that the Chief Justice, who is very political, we know, he's tried to balance the court.
He denies that.
Right, of course not, of course. But at the same time, this is a drip, drip, drip. And I think eventually the Supreme Court is going to have to, on its own, do some type of stronger ethics code because these stories are not going to go away, and they're real liability.
And they're stories that you haven't heard about probably that are still make up this kind of backdrop.
But here's the thing about, the Senate putting forth an ethics code. There's an ethics code in Congress. And here's what Congress gets hit with from its own committee. It's included expulsion, censure, reprimand, letters of approval, and letters of admonition, which is just this, slap on the wrist. So is it like the powerful policing the powerful in this town, and can you rely on the Supreme Court to do so?
Well, I was going to say Congress is probably the last place to go to find something to self-regulate ethics. Just with all due respect, but it's not just this particular instance. We found Justice Sotomayor did not recuse herself from a case with Random House, which was her employer, where one of her fellow justices did from the same case. And so, we should talk about that in equal balance here. But I think it is a larger issue. I mean, the Supreme Court is unique compared to anything else, and frankly, it's probably one of the most overlooked, wings that we have until it comes time where we need to have a justice approach to the bench. So, sorry, yeah, it definitely is something that needs to be looked at.
Yeah, and if we zoom out and look at this, sort of the backdrop of where this is all happening, look, the Supreme Court is not meant to be a political entity. I'm sorry, but it is political now, whichever way you slice it, and it's bleeding into Congress. And quite frankly, you heard Dick Durbin in that soundbite talking about, the credibility of the court, how it's, it's at stake. Well, I think it's already lost in a way. I mean, I think there's a recent poll out that showed the Supreme Court with a pretty low approval rating among the American public. So,
and it's been historically high.
Yeah,
how times have changed.
Absolutely.
But that makes it worth saving, if you will, and they've got to do something about it.
It is the Supreme Court, so you got it. Right.
There's no higher authority than the Supreme Court, so what do you do?
Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.